Welcome back to the channel. Today is another good day down here in the fish room. It's currently like 9 o'clock in the morning, and I was finna go through and feed the fish, but I decided to pick up the camera, feed the fish, and hang out with you guys for a little bit and give you a little update on the fish room because I got some new fish that you guys haven't seen, and there's also some big changes coming to the fish room. As you can see right here, this whole side of the fish room has been torn down, and I'm going to be redesigning this whole side over here. So you guys, it's probably already happened by the time you've seen this video because I do stuff in advance. But we're going to be redesigning that whole side of the fish room, and it's going to look amazing. But this side here is kind of complete for the most part. I got a lot more tanks set up. We got some new lights down here, some new fish. So let's just hang out for a second and talk about what's going on. These tanks are pretty much still the same. We got our tiger barbs in here and our Odessa barbs, which are amazing. Looking good. Let's get them some food this morning. Looking good. And these guys are going to be some of the fish that are going to be getting moved over to this new side of the fish room because this is going to be more like bigger tanks. Yeah, it's pretty much all I can give y'all right now. There's going to be bigger tanks and everything right here. And then the back there, which is currently like my little hangout area where I got a TV and some couches and stuff. Me and my lady be hanging out. That's going to be a little bit different. But you guys will see as we progress through things. Like I said, I'm just changing a lot of stuff here in 2025. Just improving the fish room and making things great again. So we've got our tiger barbs in here. This tank has been looking amazing. Some of the males starting to get some nice red on their face. I am going to try to spawn these once they get a little bit bigger. I'm going to be breeding a lot of fish. So these tanks up here are kind of like, I would say, my show tanks or my highly planted tanks with fish that I want to kind of collect and just showcase and just enjoy. The bottom down here is going to be for breeding, mainly breeding tanks, and then the other side over here, you guys will learn more about that as things progress. Let's check on these Congo tetras this morning. I am going to get some more of these. I got a little lick on some more Congo tetras, so I'm going to be getting some more of these. I'm going to be trying to spawn them as well. I'm going to be setting them up in a breeding setup. That's pretty much what's going to be in the back of the fish room. It's going to be strictly for breeding, and then these bottom tanks below me will be for breeding. But right now, they're hanging out in here. I did move the electric blue acara out of here, and he's actually down here hanging out right now. Let's see if we can see him. While he's back up under there. Once I get some food in there, you'll be able to see him. He will come out, but the electric blue acara was being a little aggressive, and this tank is kind of small for these Congo tetras anyways. These males are super big. So they're going to be getting moved as well to more of a breeding setup, get some more females, and we're going to see if we can spawn some Congo tetras because I don't want to have to buy a Congo tetra ever again in my life because I just want to be able to breed them and put them out there into the public for other people. Now, these is a new fish that I got. These are some tuxedo guppies, which are looking amazing right now. I got these guys at the Quad City Fish Swap. Paid a nice little price for them. They was pretty cheap actually. But got this little pair right here. Female looks like she already wants to drop some babies. So we'll see how this progresses. These fish probably won't be in this tank because I got a whole different set of fish that's coming in here that you guys will see. And that's going to be super dope. But for right now, these guys are in here. Hopefully, maybe she'll drop some babies before I add the other fish in here. But this tank is looking amazing. I set this up maybe like, I don't know, 2 weeks ago. And they're the only little fish in here right now. Let's see if they eat a little bit of brine shrimp this morning. There they go. Looking good, looking good. Look at these boys. They always out ready to go in the morning. Love these fish. They're just so colorful. We'll let them finish that. Down here, these are some more new fish that I got. These are some turquois jewels. I picked these guys up from my boy Mr. Feed the Fish. So that big one over there is the male. Let me get some food. The big one is a male, and the little one is a female. And I also have another female in there as well. I think, yeah, she go right there. So, gonna get back to breeding these guys as well. These are some breeders that he had. He has a bunch of babies already. So We're gonna just breed them between both of our places and just be able to bring some really good high quality turquois jewels. But for right now, they're hanging out in this tank. They'll probably be getting moved to a better setup. But for right now, this is what's going on. I'm just trying to, I really got two females and one male just to make sure that male don't kill the other female or the female don't kill the male. Try to keep the temperament down because these guys can be a little tempered. But once the pair actually starts spawning with each other, that's why I have that little terracotta pot in there. Once they start spawning with each other, then I will make some adjustments and probably take the female out and just let them hang out. But got some nice little turquois, and they looking good, looking good. Let's see over here. This next tank, it's be hard to see, but I got another pair of some guppies. That is my little fat female right here. And where is the male? He be tripping. Like the other morning I came down, he was just laying down there. I thought he was dead. I put some food in here. I come back, he up swimming around eating. So I don't know, dude. Weird. I don't know where he at right now. He's probably somewhere asleep because I just turned the lights on. But this is a Moscow guppy. I already have some little fry in here already that she dropped. But I wish I could show you the male because he is pretty. And she's nice looking too. If she would turn sideways, we can see how wide she is right now. She's going to be dropping. Oh, there's the male up here. There you go. So, yeah. Beautiful little guppy. Nice little guppy. Just trying to get some guppies back in the fish room, breeding some guppies. It's kind of like a staple fish for me. That's what got me in the hobby. So I always try to keep some of those guys around. This tank is looking amazing as well. We got our endlers in here and our multis, which are down here. And look at the electric blue card that came out. Looking good. And I got a surprise for him in just a second. He don't even know what I got coming for him. But this tank is looking good with the endlers and the multis. Self-sustaining tank. Don't really do much maintenance to it at all. It's kind of just been doing its thing. Low key. And hopefully I can get these multis to start going. I might end up moving them eventually once I set up some more breeding tanks and maybe move the colony so they can really multiply. But for right now, they are doing their thing in here. And I just like this tank. It's just dope. It's really dope. Just with the endlers at the top and the multis at the bottom and all the horn work. It has been growing like crazy. So it's like trees in the back with the roots. It's just a really cool setup with the rock. Really nice setup. Now down here, this is the little surprise that I got for Electric Blue Car. I got him a female, but I gotta let her get conditioned first. I gotta make sure she's nice and healthy first before I put her up there with him. We got a nice little female Electric Blue Car, and there's a lot of other fish in here. We'll see if they come out. There's some brevises. Oh, he just went back in the shell. I have like a pair of brevises. I have a few different types of Lake Tanganyikas in here, but they all hiding behind the rocks right now. Hopefully, see if the food will bring them out. Probably not though. But we got a little Electric Blue Car, and she just need to be brought back. Oh, there one go right there. My little blue tip, beautiful fish. Beautiful fish. I love that fish. So I'm gonna get back to breeding those as well. I think I got a pair in here. I got a pair of some Dickerfield, some Julie Chromes. There's a lot of fish in this tank. It just don't look like it. There's a little brevis. He just came out over there. But yeah, so we got a nice little Electric Blue Car. And once she get nice and fat, conditioned really good, then I will move her up with the male, and we'll see what we can get. You never know. Let's see. Come on out, dude. Let's try to get you some food. There you go. He is beautiful, man. I like this fish. His colors is looking good. And this is another tank I had set up recently. Just got some rocks, some black gravel, and a bunch of like sage in the back. And he won't be in here long term. This would be some type of schooling fish or some type of fish in here. But for right now, I'm letting him do his thing in here, hang out. And once I set up the breeding setups, him and that young lady that he got will be able to do their thing. But yeah, he looking good. I feed him some pellets off camera. He like a little pellet early in the morning as well. Now over here, this is another new setup that you guys haven't seen. I got these fish from the fish swap as well. These are some tiger endlers. I got these, actually, these was given to me by one of my friends that I know through the hobby. And he gave me a whole bag of these tiger endlers. I appreciate you. You know who you are. And they're in here in this nice little setup. I got a bunch of sage in here, some rock. There's even like a little panda cory in here. And there's some coolie loaches in here as well that I never see unless it's like the lights are off. They'll come out and eat and stuff like that. But just a cool little simple tank with some nice little tiger endlers. These males look good. And you can see there's a bunch of babies. So I'm going to let these guys just colony breed in here. I'll probably end up taking some of these big females and separate the community a little bit and just get a whole other tank of these going. Probably have 2 tanks of them. So that way I'll be able to supply like the local stores and at the swap and different things. It's really nice fish. Over here, just got these guys. These are some very underrated fish. These are some Australian rainbows. Now, they're not really too flared. They're still very young. Let's see if I can get a shot on that male. But they are just a beautiful fish. Very underrated. Not as colorful as most other rainbows, but once these guys get flared up, the males are just beautiful in their own way. So I got a little group of 6 of these. And they like eating the plants too. I've been finding a lot of plants popping up. I think they be like snacking on some plants every now and then. But we got a nice little group of some rainbows. I want to start breeding rainbow. I actually have a little, I just made this little mop last night. So I want to try to start breeding them, but I need to condition them. They need to grow a little bit. They still fairly young, so I don't know how much breeding I will get out of them as of right now. But this is a really underrated fish. Like, I love the Australian rainbows. They get big, and they're beautiful fish, but they just take time. Just like most rainbow fish, though, they take time. So we got a group of 6, and it's another tank I had recently set up with this rock that I had for years, but I love how this rock looks. It's just different. Then I got some pearl weed, some cardinal plants, a little sword in there, and some type of hydrophilia or something like that. I'm not 100% sure what type of plant that is, but I got all this stuff at the swap. So that's what's going on in this tank, and I probably throw some cories or something in there, and then throw the mop in there, and we'll see if we get some eggs out of them. If we don't, we don't. But if not, I'm gonna just grow them up and see how they do. And once these males get colored up, they're gonna be it's a beautiful fish. Down here, it might be a little hard to see what's going on down here, but because the things that are in here are super small, but we have some new fish. First of all, I got some shrimp. I got some red cherry shrimp. So this is a red, oh, there you go, right there. I got some clown killifish. I'm talking about the little smallest, tiniest little fish ever. I think I got like 2 of them in here, and there's a bunch of red cherry shrimp, and then there's just some plants and different things like that. So I'm trying to breed some cherry shrimp in here, and then I just got these little clown killifish that are just so tiny. I'm talking about tiny, tiny. But those was given to me, so I just like, hey, I just throw them in here with the shrimp, grow them up, and then maybe we'll move into a different setup later. But it's a cool fish. It's just microscopic, like tiny, tiny. It's crazy how small they are. But yeah, it's a lot of new things going on down here in the fish room. Still got a bunch of, I don't know if I showed you guys, I got some of these brilliant raspberries down here in my bristlenose breeding tank, which is just full of moan. But there's so many babies and shrimp in here. Like, there's just shrimp everywhere. There's baby plecos everywhere. Brilliant raspberries. So many breeders. It's just a lot going on. But this tank is like functioning. I have to do a lot of water changes on it because look how cloudy it is with just the plecos and the wood. They just eating and pooping. You know, that's what they do. But for the most part, this tank is doing good. I'm going to be moving all these fish, separating things, so that way I can do a little more select breeding with the plecos and stuff. But for right now, this is kind of their situation until I get the other side built. Still got the Bisher. There he go, up in there. I feed him a lot of shrimp and pellets, so he won't be getting none of this little brine shrimp right now. And then there's a pike in here as well, which is probably in the back. I can see his little body right there. Oh, he just dipped on y'all. But yeah, it's a little pike in there. And this is what they got going on for now until I set up the new side. So that's what's going to be coming here soon, is all new design on this side of the fish room. It's going to look amazing. It's, all I can say, it's going to be some bigger tanks. It's going to be tall, and it's going to look like a whole wall right here. So be prepared. In the back there, we'll do some nice breeding setups right here, and it's going to look amazing here in the future. So stay tuned. Just want to give you guys a quick little update. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will catch you in the next video. I'm out of here.